I know I'm a little bit late to the party, but I'm here to break down the brand new Snoke comic book, Age of the Resistance, which is a one-off. For those of you that don't know, that basically means this is not an ongoing series, it's just one installment. An installment that gives us a look at Kylo Ren as well as Snoke. In this video, we'll cover the first half of the issue, as well as one comment made specifically by the Supreme Leader about Luke Skywalker. And then later on today, if you would like to see the culmination of this comic book and something drastic that Kylo Ren does, stay tuned to the channel. The comic book begins with Snoke hovering Kylo Ren over a ledge, telling him to use the fear that Snoke can sense in him and turn it into power, something we know is one of the core emotions of the dark side of the Force: fear and anger. Snoke tells his apprentice to use that fear and to turn it into anger, therefore turning it into power. Suddenly, Snoke lets his apprentice drop, as Kylo Ren is forced to use his fear to hover above the rocky ground below him. When Snoke himself ventures down to his apprentice, Kylo Ren asks him if he would have caught him if he had failed to catch himself, to which Snoke responds, "Skywalker would have. But, in the same way, Skywalker would have held you back," confirming to Kylo Ren that it was not Snoke's intention to catch him, and that if he died there, he died there. It also shows the great differences between the Jedi and the Sith philosophy, or at least dark side philosophy, that if we do not push ourselves to the absolute limits and break what we know, we cannot be allowed to grow in power. Dark side master and apprentice then venture onto Kylo Ren's shuttle, as they then go to another planet. A familiar planet to us, but a foreign one for Kylo Ren. The planet is Dagobah, the same planet where Luke Skywalker met Yoda ages ago. Once there, Kylo Ren explains to his master that he can still feel the aura of Skywalker, as this is where the Jedi apprentice made much of his strides in the light side of the Force, and took his first true steps into becoming a Jedi Knight. Kylo Ren comments that his uncle was weak, to which Snoke stops him, telling him that Skywalker is simply misguided. He tells his young apprentice that one of the most formidable and powerful Jedi ever trained here. It is in the novelization for The Last Jedi that we learn more insight of Snoke's opinion on Luke Skywalker, as Snoke in fact reveals that the two of them have met. However, he does not reveal the greater details of this meeting. However, in The Last Jedi novelization, he goes into greater detail about how he respects Luke Skywalker for trying to change the Jedi Order and improve upon it, rather than simply following the status quo that was established by his masters before him, one of the major reasons why the Jedi Order fell to Darth Sidious. Snoke explains here that Luke Skywalker made great strides to understand the faith that he followed, and it is because of this self-realization that Snoke respects the Jedi Master a great deal, not only for the raw power that the cosmic force has granted Luke Skywalker, but also for his insight into the order that he serves, as well as himself. Venturing back to the comic book, Snoke and Kylo Ren have a brief exchange, where Snoke tells Kylo that he has earned my respect and my fear, with then Snoke simply correcting his apprentice, saying that Skywalker is not weak, he is misguided. Continuing saying, "If I had your uncle by my side instead of you, the galaxy would have been mine a long time ago." Clearly, Snoke realizes the potential that lie within Luke Skywalker that both Sidious and Vader understood, and yet he respects him as a formidable enemy, adding more precedence why Snoke chose to attack what was close to Luke Skywalker in the form of Ben Solo and not Skywalker himself, because Snoke full well knows that Skywalker is a formidable opponent, an opponent that has defeated powerful masters of the dark side of the Force before. But I thought this section of the comic was extremely interesting, and I would like to hear your thoughts on it now. What are your opinions on Snoke's great respect for Luke Skywalker? And what do you think the two of them conversed about when Luke Skywalker was in a greater pursuit of knowledge about the Jedi Order? And what do you think would have happened if Luke Skywalker had in fact joined Snoke instead of Ben Solo? If you guys enjoyed the video, I would really appreciate it if you could leave a like, as it helps out the channel more than you realize. Stay tuned later today for the culmination and ending of this comic book. May the Force be with you, and have a great day.